travelers! Today I'm going to share my thoughts on the places I visited and the sights I saw during my time in the United Arab Emirates. With what my time in the UAE looked like. We started out in Abu Dhabi, where we explored the areas close to our hotel and the desert. Then we took a bus to Dubai, where we spent the next week exploring many of the attractions it has to offer. Next, we boarded a cruise through the Persian Gulf, which started and ended in Dubai. Our final days were spent exploring the mountains of Hatta and making our way back to Abu Dhabi for our flight out of the UAE. We started our trip in the capital of the UAE with a few days in Abu Dhabi. Other than just explore the area around our hotel and spend time in the pool, we did an afternoon tour in the desert, which was amazing. The tour included dune bashing, sandboarding, a camel ride, riding ATVs, and finishing off with a dinner and a show. This was a lot of fun and by far the best thing we did during our time in the UAE. I will put a link to the specific tour we did in the description below. We ended up back in Abu Dhabi for a day stop on our cruise, which gave us a chance to explore a couple of items we missed the first time around. We visited the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, which is a key landmark in Abu Dhabi, and a very impressive mosque. They offer free public tours, so we got to look around it and reminded me of pictures I had seen of the Taj Mahal. Everything in the UAE claims to the largest, biggest, or longest. One of the staff on the cruise told us it was the biggest mosque in the world. I researched this a little, and based on capacity, it is the 18th largest mosque in the world. After the mosque, we made our way down to the Corniche and visited the Emirates Palace, which was a large and fancy-looking hotel. Then we headed to the Emirates Heritage Village. This was a pretty cool place, and it was the replica of a historical village and free to visit. There were a few museums inside to look around and some animals to visit. Abu Dhabi was easy to get around. We mainly used the public buses. The main thing that was tough for me was the heat. To summarize, the good points are, our desert tour was amazing because everything we did there was fun, especially the dune bashing because it was like a roller coaster. Our hotel had a pool, and as you all know, I love spending time in the pool, and it was easy to get around. The bad points are, I had quite a lot of walking and it was really hot, and it didn't feel like there was much to do there. Planning to go to Yas Island to hit the theme parks, but we ran out of time, so I might have had a different impression if I had gone there. Without the visit to Yas Island, I'm going to give Abu Dhabi a kid rating of 4 out of 5. My parents give it a 2 out of 5. Our next stop was Dubai. It's only a 90-minute drive away, but it felt like a very different place. We rented an apartment close to Jumeirah Beach, which seemed like a great location as we were able to walk to the beach, visit the marina, and we were close to the metro to go to other places. We used the metro a lot during our time there, and it was a fun and easy way to get around. The key landmarks we visited during our time in Dubai were the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, the Palm Jumeirah, which is a man-made island and has been built in the shape of a palm tree, the Frame, and the local souks, both the gold and spice souk. I went up to Burj Khalifa and it was pretty impressive, but I think the Frame was actually more fun to do, and I still had an amazing view. The best thing about the Burj Khalifa and the Palm Jumeirah were the free water fountain shows that were outside. I really enjoyed watching those. We visited a couple of the malls, which was a nice break from the heat, and they had good choices for food, but they were all huge and required a lot of walking. It was interesting to see and smell all of the spices at the spice souk, and to see all the glistening gold at the gold souk. Two of my favorite things in Dubai were the Dubai Aquarium and the La Pearl. La Pearl is a really good show and is apparently similar to Cirque du Soleil. I was excited to use the Arabic I learned from my time in Egypt, since Arabic is the official language of UAE, but there were so many people from different places that I didn't hear much Arabic in the places I visited. To summarize, the good points are, it was easy to get around using the metro, there was lots to do, the beaches were great, and I got to visit the tallest building in the world. The bad points are, when it rains, it really rains. My kid rating for Dubai is 4.5 out of 5. My parents' rating for Dubai is 4 out of 5. We took an 8-day and 7-night cruise around the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. The cruise started and ended in Dubai, with stops in Abu Dhabi in UAE, Subani Yas Island in UAE, a day at sea, Muscat in Oman, and Qasab in Oman. Overall, I think the cruise was great. One reason why it was so good is that my sister loved the kids club and spent all her time there, which gave me lots of time to myself. The boat was huge, and there was lots to do between the kids club, evening shows, and the pool deck. Every day came up with a new schedule of activities that typically ran from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. The food was great, and there was a lot of choice all day long, so I could eat anytime I was hungry. There were lots of excursions offered at each place we stopped. The first excursion I did was a safari on Subani Yas Island. It was nice to drive around and see animals in the wild. The other excursion I went on was the Dhow cruise to Telegraph Island in Qasab, Oman. The best thing about the cruise was that I got to go snorkeling. To summarize, the good points are, the cruise was a lot of fun, there was lots of choice for food, and we could get food at any time of the day. It was great to have the same room the whole time, but get to see different cities. The bad points are, kids club wouldn't let me leave when my parents weren't on board. My kid rating for the cruise is 4.5 out of 5. And I think my sister gave it 100 out of 5. My parents' rating for the cruise is 4.5 out of 5. We spent the last couple of days in Dubai by renting a car and heading out to the mountains to a place called Hatta. Our drive took us through the desert, which was fun as we saw camels and some interesting landscapes as we traveled from desert to mountains. We headed to to Wadi Hub at Hatta Resort, which is a place that has lots of activities and accommodation. We went there to stay in one of their domes so we could enjoy some stargazing as we slept. As well as staying in the dome, I did some of the activities that were available. I did net walking, trampolining, archery, and football throwing. But there were lots of other things to do. The dome was really cool, and we ended up barbecuing, dinner, and enjoying the stars. The only problem was that the dome was dirty, so we couldn't stargaze from our bed. To summarize, the good points are there were lots of fun activities to do, the drive was fun, and the dome package that we got came with a barbecue dinner box. The bad points are the dome was dirty, so we couldn't stargaze from inside, and I wanted to do more activities, but they were too expensive to do them all. It cost too many dirhams, which is the currency of the UAE. Huge rating for Hatta is 3 out of 5. My parents' rating for Hatta is 2 out of 5. I think that the UAE is my favorite place so far. I have had a fun time in the United Arab Emirates, and I was sad to leave, but I am also looking forward to the Maldives. Overall, I would give the UAE a journey rating of 4.5 out of 5. Now here's a chance for you to test your knowledge on what I shared about the UAE. Thanks for watching my video today, and remember, the journey's only just begun.